What's up, YouTube? Today I'm just going to go over a simple way that I choose to clean my car or wash my car. I don't really get that too much into it. I'm not a detailer by any means, but I do try to, maximize whatever I can with what I have. Right here I just have some generic soap that I got from AutoZone. 2 rags, washcloth, bucket, well, 2 buckets. One's to rinse, one's to just hold the soap and whatnot. I start from the wheels, wash the wheels. After the wheels, then I go to the front of the car, starting from the hood down the bumper, and then I go to the roof, and then down the rest of the car. You always start at the top and work your way down. I'm just using a generic hose, and yeah, we're going to see how it goes. It's a pretty quick and simple way to do it. It's how I've always done it, and I've gotten some pretty good results. So I'm just going to start out by rinsing the whole car off, try to get all the bugs and rocks and everything that I can, just to get down to the small dirt grime that I'm going to take off with the cloth and soap. Now I'm just going to go ahead and wash the wheels, all 4 wheels, with just a simple rag and put some soap on it. And I'm just going to do the rims and then the outside tires and then go from there. Make sure that you always rinse this rag out in your rinse bucket and don't put it back in your soap bucket, because your rinse bucket's going to hold all those rocks and debris where you don't want that in your soap bucket. As you can see, I'm also cleaning the inside lip of the fender just to get all those rocks and stuff out so I don't get it on my actual wash rag. And the only reason why I'm using a rag instead of the actual rag like this is because the actual just microfiber towel allows me to get into the creases of the rim a lot better and easier than the actual thicker wash rag does. After I do the rims, I like to rinse out my rinse bucket because I'm no longer going to use this towel anymore. So I can, put this aside, empty out this rinse bucket so I don't get any of that debris on my new microfiber washcloth. Now I'm going to start from the front of the vehicle, the hood, down through the bumper, and then go to the top of the car and go top to bottom. Once I'm done with the front of the car, I rinse my rag off and my rinse bucket, get all that grime out, and then put it in the soap bucket, and I rinse the front of the vehicle, rinse the soap off. You never want to let the soap dry in your car. It's really bad for the paint. When you're rinsing your car, rinsing the soap off your car, make sure that you rinse in the same process as you wash it, from top to bottom. Put it in the soap bucket, rinse the rest of the car off. And then I just pretty much follow this whole process for the rest of the car, the back, the other side, and then I'm pretty much done. Make sure that you re-wet the dry side of the car, the side of the car that you hadn't been working on, because the water will dry and you really don't want to rub soap on a dry car. Now it's time to dry the car. One thing that I can recommend is that if you are doing or washing your car in the sunlight, make sure that you're always keeping it wet. You don't want the water to dry, because that's how you get those little dry little, I don't know what you would call them, dry little drip marks on your windows. Just make sure your car is wet, and if it is sunny out, pull it in the shade when you are drying it, and you'll not get those streak marks that everyone hates and points out at car shows and whatnot. When drying the car, I always start with the windows. Do the windows first, and then do the rest of the car, as in the bodywork. Just start at the top of the window, and just push the water down. It works best if you have two rags. One kind of dries it a little bit, and the other one comes back for the finishing round and dries it completely. The secret really is using a second rag. The second rag really gets those last marks off the windows for you. It prevents that dreadful streak mark that everyone hates. Then you can move on to the rest of the car, just drying it normally. The best thing to do is if you have like a blow dryer, well, use a garden blower. That really gets all this excess water right off the car. I'm really doing that right now, so. If any of your stuff does fall on the ground, make sure that you put it aside and don't use it, because it will pick up little stones and will scratch that out of your car. It's a nice little surprise for the next day when you go and look at your nicely washed vehicle and you have scratches all throughout it. A quick drive will normally dry the rest of the car off. That's what I like to do. Take down the road a little bit. Now what you can do is, you can go a little bit beyond this and go ahead and do a clay bar to the car, and then go ahead and wax the car. If you have a black car or a darker car, you can always do the clay bar, which gets the little fine sand grits out of the paint. You'd be amazed. I do it once a month. Do that and a wax once a month. Keeps my car looking fresh, as it is my daily driver, and it prevents like rain and all the dirt from really gumming up the car or making it look bad. But as I was saying, if you do have a dark car, you can go ahead and do a clay bar and then a polish, and then finish it off with a nice waxing. It'll make your car nice and pristine. You'd be really impressed with that. I'll do another video on what I do for clay barring and waxing. I do have a couple techniques that are, I like to use that have made my cars stand out or look pretty well. That's my opinion. I'm going to go ahead, take the car for a drive, and then let the tires dry off, and then probably tomorrow morning or later tonight, I'll hit them with some tire black to make them really shiny. It really does the finishing touch for the vehicle. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you haven't seen any of my other videos, go ahead and check them out. I plan on doing a lot more of these. I have tons of vehicles that I can't wait to share with you guys, and I have a nice couple vehicles coming in. Go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button, and comment below if you have any other techniques that you would suggest to use, or anything that you think I fucked up on. Go ahead and ram me in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next video.